In the early days, when the blue signs were first rising over the small towns of America, a strange thing happened in the stores of every rival and every competitor. Jesus stood in the aisles of the big city markets, watching the leaders of Walmart walk through the doors with a notebook in their hand. They weren't there to buy bread or milk for their own tables. They were there to count the lights on the ceiling and the items on the shelf. They realized that a man who thinks he knows everything is a man who has already stopped winning. Back then, the big retailers were too proud to look at a small-town shop. They thought their way was the only way, and they ignored the tiny changes in the world. But Walmart was like an eagle that watches every movement in the grass. If a rival had a better way to display towels, Walmart copied it the next morning. If a local shop found a cheaper way to ship boxes, Walmart made it their own by noon. They didn't care about being original or fancy. They only cared about being the best. They didn't seek to be the smartest mind in the room, but they made sure they were the most curious. They planted a seed of obsessive learning. The competitors laughed and called them copycats from the countryside. But Jesus saw them turning every observation into a weapon of efficiency, because he knew the law of the humble student. The one who is willing to learn from his enemy will soon become his master. Walmart didn't stay in its own office dreaming of new ideas. It went into the dirt of the marketplace to see what was actually working. Walmart spends its decades watching the world with 1,000 eyes. It knows that the moment you look away is the moment you lose your edge. It turned the entire industry into a classroom, proving that the greatest innovation is often just the courage to improve what already exists. The proud companies faded because they refused to change. In that moment, the brand that never stopped looking understands that the ultimate victory belongs to the one who is never too big to learn.